So this is true. Hello, welcome. This is not the easiest of the videos for me to make. In fact, it is the hardest content I have ever created on this YouTube. I felt life was just so cruel. I felt life dealt with me so bad. I need people in this life. In fact, we all need people in this life. You are all now my family, please. Don't be far from me, please. Don't be far from me, please. It's not easy for me. Hello, beautiful people. This is not the easiest of them all. In fact, this is the hardest content I have ever created in the past 3 years of being a YouTuber. It is not like it took me courage to set up. When I mean set up, place my camera where it is and sit here to create this content. Hi, if this is your first time here, my name is Stella. I'm a YouTuber based in Akwa Ibom, Nigeria, and please subscribe if you're meeting me for the very first time. Kindly like this video and share it. Please share this video because I really don't know, but please share this video. Thank you in advance. All right, I'd like to state at this point that a lot has been happening the past few weeks. Yes, the past few weeks has been stressful for me. You can see the way I look right now. I'm not in my high spirits, and some people say I have lost some weight. I don't know how true that is, but please judge it by the look on my face. You know that I've gone through a lot the past few weeks. So, like I said, this is the hardest content I have ever created on YouTube since I became a YouTuber about 2 to 3 years ago. Some of you that have been following my videos over time, you would know or notice that I have been sharing some content that had to do with my mother, and I have carried you along here and there, just a snippet of what has been going on. I think I've created 2, 3, or 4 videos about the entire thing, but just a little bit of information about it, because of course I can't share everything here. So as my family here, I felt I owe you guys this. I truly felt I owe you guys this video because I have found sisters, brothers, big aunties, big uncles on this platform, and I do not take your love for granted. Over time, in the course of these issues that came up, a lot of people have been reaching out to me. Thank you, and thank you again. I am super duper grateful. Thank you for everyone that has been calling me, everyone that have been checking up on me. I mean, all right, let me go into the video without boring you guys too much. My mom took ill a couple of weeks ago. She was with me, I think in May, June. She was in my house, and she said she was going to go. We pleaded, my husband and I pleaded that she stayed a bit longer. In fact, we said she was going to stay for 3 months. And she she laughed at my husband that, no, but then that was our earnest wish that she stayed about that time or even longer, so she can recuperate. Because the way she came to my house, I mentioned in the video, one of those videos that I made about her where she featured, I mentioned that when she came to my house, I was looking at my mother like this. She stepped out of the car because I sent someone to go pick her up. So when they came back, I looked at my mom like this. Tears filled my eyes. I mean, tears filled my eyes. I was, she wasn't looking the woman I know. And I pleaded with her, please, kindly stay so I can take care of your health needs. So when she came, we went to the hospital here and there. A few investigations were done and all. Eventually, she said, okay, since she has medications and all. In fact, she got a little bit better, just a little bit better, but insisted she wanted to go. So my uncles and my husband said, well, since she's insisting, women, not just women, old people, our parents, once they are tired of a certain environment, I think my uncle said that's time to let them go. Otherwise, they fall sick and probably, they get very unbearable. All right. So no matter how comfortable their children's homes are, they are comfortable with going back to do those things they used to do on a daily basis and not being confined in a particular space and all. So my uncles insisted or advised that I let her go so she could get well in the environment she is used to. I mean, her own house. So she left. A few weeks later, was it no, just about 1 week, she called that she wasn't feeling well. So I told her to go to the hospital and she went. In short, everything happened like this, like this, like this, like this. Eventually, she was referred to teaching hospital, University of Calabar teaching hospital, and that was the beginning of my nightmare. She stayed in the hospital about 50 days, and during this period, I was plying Uyo Calabar 2 times in a week. I mean, 2 times in a week. I go on a Friday, come back on Monday, go back on Wednesday or thereabouts, come back on Thursday, and then go back on Friday and stay throughout the weekend. Most times, that was my routine throughout this period. Please check my other videos so you can follow up, because I mentioned here and there what actually went wrong in the hospital and everything. I'm not here to really give detailed accounts of what's transpired in the hospital, because if I want to go there, I will fall. It will remind me of a lot of things which I wouldn't want to get there. So, ladies and gentlemen, I lost my mom. My mom left me on the 2nd of August 2024. I went there on Wednesday. In fact, the previous weekend, I was so down. My son was very ill. I didn't want to go, but she called me, said, Ufan, because that's what she calls me. Ufan, I would like to come and see me, come and look at my face. And I was quite nervous. I was so nervous because when parents call you like that in that state, I felt that was a distress call. I had to call on my sister-in-law, God bless her. We call her Auntie D. She has been there for me always, always. I mean, all the time she has been there for me. Auntie D, I love you. So I went that weekend on a Friday, right? No, I went the previous weekend on a Friday. That was the weekend she called me to come and see her. So when I went, she wasn't looking all bright and beautiful. Immediately I walked into the ward, she was looking at my eyes. She changed. She wasn't the woman I left the previous few days before then. She changed. When I say she changed drastically. Like, she deteriorated. So when I saw her, since she was looking at me, I told myself, Stella, Put yourself together. This woman is looking at you. I walked towards her and she said, Ufan, have you seen me? I told her, mommy, all this is a mirage. All this is a mirage. And my mom did like this. She did like this. I'm sorry in advance. I might be a little bit emotional in this video. Please understand with me, okay? And sorry if you're hearing any noise at the background. I'm using the natural lights. It's almost evening. In fact, it's evening and it might get dark in between. Please, I just need to finish this video because I may not have this luxury of sitting here to really talk about this. So she looked at me. I went close to her, held her, hugged her, and I told her, mommy, all this is a mirage, okay? Never mind. People go through this and they come out of it, okay? And one striking thing my mom said all through the time she was in the hospital was she doesn't want to use the oxygen, that everybody that uses the oxygen, they pass out. And I'm like, mommy, that is not your case. And I reminded her that I was hospitalized when I gave birth to my first son, great. And when I had developed issues after birth, and I reminded her I was on oxygen and nothing happened to me, so nothing will happen to you. So, but then I was shivering because my mom was looking not okay. She wasn't looking okay at all. I stayed and I was happy I went. But before then, I would like you to see this video. This particular video clip I'm about to put here was one of those times I went there. Not the last time I saw her, but that was the last time I, carried my camera while in the ward. Okay, so please watch that video and I'll be back. Hey guys, good evening. As you can see, I am at UCTH, University of Calabar Teaching Hospital. I just got here. I just dropped a video of my boat experience from Uyo to Calabar. Please go and see that video, and I'm going to see my mom. I'll definitely update you guys. Come along with me. Nobody told me. probably leave my mom because it was getting emotional. Left to me, probably I wouldn't have left her, but then I need to go back and meet my kids. My second son has been down. He has been down, and as such, it is well. It is well. You saw the lovely disease states. Anyways, maybe I'll get to sit down and talk to you guys much later. Okay. Welcome back. That was the very last time I saw my mom sitting up, like she sat on a chair. After then, she was lying on the bed. Lying on the bed. So, my mom was the only person I had in this life that has been there for me. At this point, I would like to state that I am the only biological child of my mother. The only biological child. Like, she gave birth to me. I'm the only child, and she gave birth to me when she was a teenager. My mom is not up to 60. A lot has happened. A lot has happened. My mom has suffered. 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 My mom had me. She wasn't up to 20. Or she was just about that. I'm trying so hard to hold these tears, but that's why I've not been able to sit down to talk about this. In fact, this is 2 weeks after my mom died. Like I said, she died on the 2nd of August. That date will never leave my memory. So earlier today, she died in University of Calabar Teaching Hospital. Like I said, she was admitted there. So today they brought her corpse down to Akwa Ibom because she'll be buried here. It was a sight I didn't want to ever see again. When I went to the mortuary to see my mom, I was looking at her, my mom. Earlier this year, my mom begged. Oh, she was like, Stella, I know that one day in this life, she knew that she'll travel and leave Nigeria. And that was the plan. In fact, that was the surprise I had for her. That was the surprise I had for my mom. But my mom didn't leave. In fact, this year I wanted to get her an international passport. So that at least I can take her to somewhere. Oh, death. Death, what have I done? 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 The only person that has been there for me right from my birth. The only person that has been suffering for me. Now that she is supposed to enjoy the fruit of her labor. Death, what have I done? What have I done? Death, what have I done? I don't want to question God. I really don't want to question God. I'm the only thing she has. They brought her back today. This is going to be the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. It is definitely going to be the most difficult task in my entire existence. Today is what's today's date again? Today is 18th August 2024, and I am on my way to go receive my mother's course. Like I say, I've never ever done this ever in my life to anybody, for anybody. It is going to be my very first time, and it is well. It is well. Maybe I'll sit down and talk to you guys later when I don't know, but yeah.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
When I saw her in the mortuary, I was like, God, so this is true. This is true. Before the day she died, I had this very strong instinct to go. I didn't want to go that midweek. That was the week they were to do protests. Salah, calm down. That was the week they were to do protests. Protest was to start on Thursday. I went there on Wednesday, hoping to come back the next morning. And by this time, I stopped using my car on Calabar Road. From Uyo to Calabar, those who use that road, you know that that road is bad. It's so bad. My car got bad. So I told myself, okay, let me use this alternative means, which is by sea. Abito ferry has been coming for me. Like, I use them every other day. Like, for 2 months, I use them every other day. Like, anyway, so I went there on Wednesday after work, hoping to come back the next morning before the protest starts. So when I got to Abito Ferry that evening, I told them I would like to book for the next morning. They told me that they can't travel. They don't know what the protest is going to look like. So that was when I told myself, Stella, you're done for. Because I didn't take any time off work and all. I just wanted to go after work, come back the next morning and join work. But when I got there, they told me they are not traveling the next day. So I had to still go to the hospital, spend 1 or 2 hours with my mom. At this point, my mom was down. She was down. At this point, she was down. So I hope you can see me because it's dark right now. It's dark outside, but of course there's still light in here. So I understand she wasn't talking, or she was just sleeping and laying down all through the day. Oh, that was the last time I ever saw my mom alive. That was the last time I saw her alive. That was the last time I saw her alive. Thank God I went. So that Thursday night, in fact, I got to Uyo. I left there about between 8 and 9. I got to Uyo the next morning by 1 a.m. I think between 1 and 2. I got home about 2 a.m. on Thursday. It was Thursday night, getting to Friday morning. That was when my mom... That was when my mom gave up. By this time, she was on oxygen. I really don't know what happened. Just when the previous weekend, before the Wednesday I went there to see her surgeon because I was trying to reach out to people. My stepfather was there in the hospital with her. I employed somebody to stay with her. So I felt okay. I had people I could, get feedbacks from whatever is happening. I was sending money every day. There was, in short, I was sending money as it was requested. So I felt everything was covered. But when I realized that some informations were not being given to me, I was worried. I got worried at that point and I started asking questions. Okay, can I talk to this doctor? The doctor wouldn't want to give out his number. Can I talk to this doctor? It was just like that. I was asking questions with nobody answering me. So I told my boss, please, I need a few days. I went there and I insisted I needed to see her consultant. By this time, I think between 3 or 4 teams, if you are conversant with the teaching hospital, you know that different teams are being given notes. Different teams are being invited to come and see a patient if they feel that whatever is going on is related to their field, even though she will have her primary consultants. I don't know if you understand. Those who work in teaching hospital or those who have encountered teaching hospital process and all, you quite understand what I mean. And that is the advantage about teaching hospital. So at this point, they had 3 or 4 teams looking at her, consulting for her and everything, but they have a primary, team. So I requested to see that primary team lead, which was a consultant. I went, he didn't want to talk to me, but I had to let him know, sir, if you are in my shoes, you are away, probably you're here working, and your parent is somewhere. All they do is tell you, send money for this. They need drugs, they need medication, they need blood, they need this, you keep sending. Yet at the point you need a feedback from someone, nobody gives any feedback. How would you feel, sir? That is exactly the same way I feel. I am the only biological child of this woman. Don't I deserve, so I worked on his conscience, so he eased off and probably understood where I was coming from and started speaking with me. And I'm very happy I spoke with him that day. So at this point, my mom wasn't eating well. As soon as she eats, she throws up and all that. So I asked him, please, since we cannot get whatever it is out of the way, is there any alternative means of giving her food? And he said yes. He mentioned a certain procedure, which I can't remember the name right now. And that procedure the process of feeding her through that procedure would cost between 80 to 100,000 a day. And I'm like, sir, go ahead. Go ahead. In my head, if we do that procedure for like 30 days, my mom would come up a bit. Then we can now, build on that or whatever. Let's do the first 2 weeks or first 1 month. Then after then, we can think of what next to do. Okay, so at this point, the doctor was like, oh, wow, if you're capable of handling that, we'll consider it. I was ready to go to the ends of the earth to make sure that my mom is alive. But I guess God really thought otherwise. I guess God said no. That Thursday or early hours of Friday, which was the 2nd of August, I was called that my mom passed on. She passed on just like that. Just like that. Who do I call mother? Those who know me, you know the situation I have with my father. I don't have the best of relationships with him, which I really tried. I really tried to let go of the past and build a new relationship, start afresh. But he wasn't making it easy for me. Even that day, after that, she died on Friday, early hours of the morning, and I went there on Friday that same day. On Sunday, I had a little chit chat with my step siblings, my father's children. So we had a little meeting, and in that meeting I really felt, Stella, you are alone. I really felt I was alone in this life. I really felt I am alone. 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 I really felt I am alone in this life. But I know I really felt I'm alone in this life, but I'm happy that God has given me one man, just one man, who is a friend, a husband, a father to my kids, and a wonderful son-in-law to my mother. He's the only person in this life right now that I can rely on. My husband is the only person I can rely on right now. And a few friends that God has blessed me with. Like, I can count my friends with one hand. Those who know me, you know that because of the way I grew up with no sibling, I wasn't easily open to friendships because I felt life was just so cruel. That I didn't have siblings, I didn't have a mother and father living under the same roof. I felt life dealt with me so bad. So I grew up not socializing. I grew up not being in company of other people. But by the time I started walking, I started loosening up. That's when I knew that I need people in this life. In fact, we all need people in this life. And at this point, I can say that God has blessed me with amazing people. My sisters-in-laws, they are now my sisters. My friends. In fact, the manner of love I have received this period. God bless all of you. God bless everybody. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. So I just said, let me come up here and let you guys know that I lost my mom. My mom left me in this wicked world alone. Oh, the things that give me joy right now are my children. My children give me joy. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I'll update you on whatever there is. Thank you to my mother's friend Jane's diary. Jane's diary sends me some dollars. Jane, thank you. I don't know how to thank you. Thank you. Everyone that have been calling me, showing me love. God bless you. God bless you. You are all now my family. Please don't be far from me. Don't be far from me. Don't be far from me. You are all now my family, please. Don't be far from me, please. Don't be far from me, please. Thank you so much. Let me not bore you with more stories. I have some other videos which I created before my mom died, so maybe I'll put those videos after now. Please follow, subscribe, like this video, and please watch my other videos and watch adverts, please, so that this YouTube can be worthwhile for me. Thank you everyone. For those who have not been able to pick their calls or call back, please understand with me, please. It's not easy for me. It's not easy for me. The burial will be fixed very soon. And when we do, I'll carry you guys along. God bless you. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'll see you in my next video. Please watch all my videos, please. Subscribe and share, please. Please watch my adverts, please. Bye bye.